Hello, welcome to the next episode. We are going to be doing round 6, round 7, and the finals. Now, what's nice is we're now at the point, a couple of things. I'm not going to show you it because it will give away stuff, but we're at the point where pre booking is actually helping us. I pre booked the shows, and actually, we're going to get a large boost off this show and a boost off the next couple. We're getting a large boost for attendance off this show, which will help. But here's the biggest news. Might see it there. In May, we made $5. We made $5. We made a profit. A $5 profit. We're there ahead of where we thought it would be. I wanted to be turning a profit like the anniversary month. $5. And that's with us having like homicides on 120 a show. So that's wild. I think we'll make a little loss this month, but it makes you confident we're not going to be a massive loss. Merchandise hit 77, which is sick. Getting towards that number 3 spot. And this is where the tournament stands. I will go through it next screen anyway. Brian Johnson's on 5 points. Pembroke's on 3. McMurphy's on 0. M. Young's on 4. Don's 3. Vincent nothing 2. Bam Sullivan 2. I never showed you the end of year awards for 2024. Match of the year was MV Young defeated Brian Johnson at Strong Style State of Mind, and card of the year was Strong Style State of Mind, which got a 46. But as you know, that's no longer our best show. Our best show is Grand Prix Round 4, got 47. Our best match is MV Young versus Tim Dunst. Has attendance is 101. Have a feeling we're going to beat that today. And of course, in the last show, we got to 6, but also 2, 2, 2. Let's check Canada. 1-1. We did do it. We did go to 1 in Quebec and 1 in Ontario, with 2 in the Great Lakes, 2 in Atlantic, 2 in New England, 6 in Tri-State area. Again, we're not bothered about our popularity elsewhere. Except for the fact that it brings us more sponsorship money. That's really only why we care. It brings us more sponsorship money. And because of our product, if you remember, our product is difficult to attract sponsors, that will help. All right, we're going to come back. And when we come back, it will be round 6 time. Okay, let's get into this. Bad. A bad one. 25. It's fine. 110 people here, slightly less because we didn't get a large bonus. We got just a bonus for our pre-booking. The open show and runs down the tournament for live crowd. And this is the final night of matches in the round robin Grand Prix. Brian Johnson, who has 1 match left against Tim Dunst. On 6 points. MV Young has 1 match left against Bam Sullivan. Is on 5 points in second place, tied. Tim Dunst is on 5 points. We know he's taking Brian Johnson. Ken Broderick doesn't have a match left. He is on 4 points. Vincent Nothing will take on Killian McMurphy. He's on 2 points. Bam Sullivan's on 2 points. He will face MV Young. Killian McMurphy will face Vincent Nothing in our opening match as well. Let's go to the opening match. For pride more than anything else, neither of these guys can qualify for the quarterfinals, the semifinals, sorry. 37 rated match in a shocking result. His first win of the tournament. Killian McMurphy beats Vincent Nothing in 14:28 by pinfall. The match was designed to be a car crash full of things. McMurphy still did a stunt bump, but he managed to recover from that, get a win. He got 39, got the crowd hot. Nice. These men will face each other by the fact that they have... no, they've only got 1. It's fine. You only got 1 win. It's going to do something, but it doesn't work. It's never mind. That was a spur of the moment decision. I've got them planned for the next show, so it's fine. Then we get the debut of Elsie Kowalski, who's only just debuted in March. She's come out of the Creative Pro School. She's a protege of Brian Myers. She's got a very good fearless gimmick. Um, I'll show you the profile at some point. She's pretty good actually. Um, and she's beaten Blackstone by pinfall with a high-speed lariat. She was 16, that's fine. We're going to tell a little story here with LC Kowalski and Blackstrom. But basically, the story we're telling in this match, Blackstrom just couldn't put her away and get more and more frustrated and got more and more surprised at every turn by LC Kowalski. LC Kowalski, who wins the match. Then we get Bam Sullivan versus MV Young. And it's a good match, but basically MV Young is furious and he's taking it out on Bam Sullivan. And all the frustration is taken out Bam Sullivan. MV Young getting 54. It's a little too short, but that's okay. Julius Smokes and Homicide. And Julius Smokes, please be quiet for the man, the God of New York. And Homicide. Thank you. You can stop sign. You know, D Lariat. I'm not going to do a Homicide impression. Lariat. I'm not going to do it. He's like, I need to clear up some business. One of the things that you do when the first thing you did in calling for help in a 6-man tag match is not pick up the phone and call me. I told you to find a partner. I was expecting a phone call. I didn't get a phone call. The person you paid is Ken Broadway. So I want to make it very clear to Ken Broadway that you are not a part of this, and you were never a part of this. So I asked management for a match with you tonight, and I was granted that match. Seeing as you don't have a tournament match, it's going to be Homicide versus Ken Broadway right now. In a 40 rated match, Homicide defeated Ken Broadway with a Gringo Killer. It's a superb match. He got 40. Great. Then we get Nate Carter versus Ruckus. Ruckus is on the outside of this group, and he just doesn't understand why Nate Carter is viciously attacking him. And Nate Carter's like, I'm doing what I'm told, man. I'm doing what I'm told. Orders. During the match, Dave McCall comes to interfere. I always get that wrong. He accidentally hits Nate Carter. Right? He accidentally hits Nate Carter. Match is fine. Ruckus is fine. Tim Donst comes out, cuts a short promo and goes like, congratulations to Brian Johnson winning the title. I respect him. Happy for him. Now, I went to management straight away thinking I was getting a title shot tonight. But apparently that was only MV Young. Only MV Young said he would defend his title in every match. Brian Johnson was given the option. Brian Johnson chose not to defend his title in the tournament. And I have to respect that, even though it's a little annoying that Brian Johnson chose not to defend his title tonight against me. 46, good promo. In a 46 rated match, Tim Donst defeat Brian Johnson by pinfall with an inverted Jakara special. Went to go steal the show. Now finish MV Young, Tim Donst. Brian Johnson, MV Young, Tim Donst all end on 6 points. With on 4. So that means that Brian Johnson, MV Young, Tim Donst, and Ken Broadway are your semi-finalists. That draw made randomly. As a result of the 3 men being tied in 6, we can't separate them. The draw made randomly. After the match, MV Young cuts a promo. He goes like, no. What? That's really frustrating. It doesn't show you both parts. Show me part 1. I've never really like mess around with parts, but it doesn't show you part one. So part one is MV Young coming and attacking Brian Johnson and Tim Donst with a chair. Basically, in a fit of rage, chasing them both out of the ring with a chair. That's the first part, the attack. Then cutting a promo about Brian Johnson. Brian Johnson isn't a champion, he's a coward. And he better put that title line in the semis, the final, because he wants his title back. And he calls out Homicide. So I want to see Homicide right now. You cost me what I hold dearest. You cost me this title. And Homicide just comes out and laughs at him and leaves. Okay, that's good to know. I won't bother using two parts then. 41 and 55. It gets me 53 overall. We finish the show on a 46, up in one region. Let's go through the post-show stuff. Address the locker room. MV Young. Tim Donst. Report. We lost 407 on the show. We made like $200 for the last month. I'll show you it before the next show. But if you want, we'll show you the next video. Next video we do after this one, I'll show you how we've gone and everything. Recap up to 8. Let's go. Okay, so I'm just showing you two things very briefly before we get into the Strong Style Grand Prix final. If you look, brilliant. May 2025, we made $5. June 2025, we made $206. We made $256. Doing okay. That's two things. One, we're about to make more money because we have been upgrading conservatively, right? We're 97%. So for the last one, we're going to go 100 just to push us over the edge. Get us there a week quicker. There's also why attendance is going up. About 12 things. Basically, getting, if you look, gain a boost. So that's good. Tonight we debut Randy Summers and Brandon Watts. Excuse me. They are the tag team known as Milk Chocolate. So they'll be making their debuts. And we'll go and run the show right now. So we open the show with Vlad Radinov welcoming everyone to the show, saying how great to see 109 people here in Bronxlandia for the Strong Style Grand Prix finals. We spelled style wrong. There we go. And he announced the semi-finals for the tournament as randomly drawn. Sorry, having a little drink there. Brian Johnson, the current Tri-State Openweight champion, will face Tim Donst. And Ken Brody will face MV Young. And Brian Johnson has agreed that in the semi-final and in the final, if he makes the final, he will defend the Tri-State Openweight Championship. Yeah, let's move on with the semi-finals. So in our first semi-final, in a match, he gets a 49 rating. Brian Johnson defeats Tim Donst in 15:34 by pinfall. Brian Johnson makes defense number 1 of the Tri-State Openweight Championship. Brian Johnson, Tim Donst, both with good scores. Phenomenal. And our second semi-final, MV Young defeats Ken Broadway in 16:02. MV Young getting 59, Ken Broadway getting a 40. Crowd's very hot. Excellent. Couldn't be happy with that. Then a three-way match. Killian McMurphy picking up the win over Vincent Nothing and Ruckus, despite taking the big stunt bump as he always does. He submits Vincent Nothing. Vincent Nothing getting 38. Ruckus getting 40-something, 48, 46. My eyes are not good. I've been at work all day. And Killian Murphy had an in-ring performance of 40. Now, Blackstream had gone to management. I knew the angle would suck, so he didn't run it. But he asked for another match with LC Kowalski, which would have been explained in the opening, which I forgot to do. And LC Kowalski beats him again with a high-speed lariat, picking up a 21 in ring. Blackstream getting beat again by LC Kowalski. Excuse me, got big hiccups. Then a nice 6-man tag match. 51-50 management. Homicide, Nate Cotton, Dave McCall defeat Bam Sullivan and Milk Chocolate in 1404, and Homicide pinned Randy Summers with a cutter. Oh, I've got hiccups. This is not good. Let's try and power through. Homicide says, we just made a statement. 5150 runs this company. This is the table has now been laid. Myself, Julius Smokes, the rep. From this moment forward, we run this company. I need to go drink a lot of water very quickly. A 62 rated match. Let's go. MV Young defeats Brian Johnson to win the Strong Style Grand Prix and win the Tri-State Openweight title for the second time. MV Young takes the trophy, takes the belt, grabs the mic and goes, I did exactly what I said I was going to do. I would have been champion this whole time if it wasn't for... Now, a block party, I get to wrestle who I want. Finish the show. 51, upper one region, wide range selection of angles. Good. MV Young, we're going to tell is awesome, and Brian Johnson, we're going to tell is awesome. Financial report, lost money. We didn't move up to 9.